YouTube, welcome back. Another day above ground here. Back on the track acceleration day. What do we got? Trying to progress some stuff today, switch some new stuff in and out. Following the same template I've been the past couple of weeks. I've been liking that amount of stress, amount of stimulus on this day. So a jump, a throw to get warm, the usual stuff there. The resisted sprints paired with the unresisted starts. It's acceleration day, so it's a little bit shorter, a little bit heavier weight in the sled, and a little bit of plyo at the end. But that's the general outline. We will adjust as needed. We will figure out what we're going to do as we go here. Throws here to get warm, like we usually do, kind of going from 0 to like 50. Have an idea for a jump today, or rather a drop. We'll see when we get there. Then I'm going to wave in. Haven't done that in a minute, so it should feel good. And for the sprints, it was 50% body weight for some resisted sprints last week, paired with some unweighted. I'm going to drop the weight actually a little bit, so kind of counterintuitive, but I'm going to wave the weight down, I think, over the next few weeks and maybe make it feel a little more like, I don't know, less contrasty as time goes on. I don't know, whatever. But trying to pull a little bit less weight fast, maybe tapering into some faster times, a little bit further distances over the few weeks. But that should feel good. Not a whole ton. I'll be like 40% body weight instead of 50. But that's my thought anyway. We'll see what we do when we usually get there. And then hop, single leg. We'll make that a little bit harder, maybe a little further today, maybe a little more. We'll try to progress it because we're feeling pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So that's all. I'll stop yapping now. I'll get to chucking these balls, getting warm. And it's a beautiful Sunday here. The usual things are happening. And I'm just doing some throws like we usually do here, just like 8 to 12. Got the overhead ones today. The classic. See how far I can get this. See if I can hit the wall. That's gonna be far. Oh, not even close. A little too high, I think, too. Oh, that's close. Oh, I can do this if I try a little harder. I got the distance right in that one, or the angle, I guess. Oh, too high. Oh, still got it. Let's go. I'll do one more here, then I'll get to my jump. Ooh, sideways. Pulled it. Jump for the day is not a jump at all, actually. I'm going to be some depth lands. Which, been a minute for these. I did some depth jumps like a few blocks ago, like weeks ago at this point, but just landing because I honestly don't really want to get the hurdles out and I wanted to do something not like super punchy, like repeated effort. So these really good. Basically, we're stepping off the box, we're landing, we're sticking in position really well. You have to produce a lot of force and not get folded like a sack of potatoes when you're landing. So pretty similar to what we're getting from a quote unquote like plyometric activity. I'm gonna go 2 foot to start and then I'm gonna get to some lunge ones too, which we'll see in a second, a little bit harder off this box, but just getting warm, grooving the knees up, feeling the hips up, going a little bit. I'm trying to land like 90-ish degrees. Bang. Should hear a nice kind of hit, my feet going. And I'm trying to not let my chest collapse too much either, like be down. I'm trying to be a little more upright, get a good like hip drive and a push. And the same thing now, except I'm just stepping off and landing almost exactly in that split stance that I was doing with the long lunge, like holding the bar on Friday. So ready? Bang. And that is gnarly. Makes it pretty damn hard, I'm not gonna lie. Trying to uphold those positions, land really well. That's gonna be harder on lefty. I feel that big time. Now I'm going to be a few sets of like 3 to 5 per side, kind of just go until I feel like I need to rest a second. Maybe they start to get a little ugly. I'm going to make this just a touch harder and add like a little hop off the top, you know what I mean? Instead of just falling. So a little bit. Oh, that's hard. All right, I'll do one more good one here. Then I'm gonna get the spikes on, start sprinting. I think I briefly said it already, but the sprint pairing for the day, sled and unresisted sprints, I'm gonna be a 5 meter lead into the 10 meter split. I got the laser set up over there with resisted. 40% body weight, so that's like 75-ish pounds in the sled right now. And then I'm gonna be 10 meter leads into 10 meter flies unresisted. So 20 yards total, a little bit longer, spacing these out as we go, but I'll be roughly 3 to 5 rounds, anywhere in there, just rest is needed in between. And if my times start to drop off, like beyond that 2 or 3%, like I usually do, I will just end them there. Slash, I get really bored and want to move on, but I'll get to some good efforts, I think. I've been sprinting at a good volume the past few weeks straight, good efforts out, feeling good on the board, so these should feel pretty nice. Drop the height of the lasers too, actually, a little bit, so hopefully we can see a little better as I do these. Makes them a little less liable to fall over too, but I'm gonna taper, kind of build intensity as I go here, like I usually do, like 70, 80, 90% for the first couple. We'll be good to go. First one is 70-ish%, 207. And now from 10 meters, unweighted, 80-ish%. One, 2-9 there. Closer to full effort here with the sled. One, 9-2. Solid bit faster than that first one with weight. Hell yeah. One, 2-4. That's not bad. Definitely creeping closer to that one too. And I'm switching my starting feet. This will maybe be a little slower than the last one because it's my weaker starting side. Never mind. That's my fastest of the day by a lot. 187 there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Another fastest of the day. 1, 2, 3. Rant topic, mini rant of the day. I think you should probably spend less time resting, or like rest is maybe less valuable than people think. Timing rest intervals, unless you're specifically using time as like a metric for progression or like doing a set on the minute, whichever, that's its own thing, that's fine. Having rest and like resting longer than you feel like you need to, just because in theory that's what sports science says and biology says, is kind of stupid. Just go, man. Rest is needed. Like sometimes when I do these, I feel like I need to rest like 3 or 4 minutes. Sometimes I feel like I'm ready in like 45. I think you're fine if you just go. Like I don't know. I really don't. In most cases, it really does not seem to affect anything. Just rest is needed. I got to make a longer video on this actually. I've been thinking about that one for a few weeks, but yeah, spend less time resting. Spend less time just sitting around waiting for your next set just because a book told you to. If you feel like you're ready to go drop an effort. About the same as my last one there actually. And my first step was bad. Threw me out of whack for the rest, so that's kind of a good sign, I guess. 1, 2, 4, 7, just a touch slower than the last one. That's still within range of that 2 to 3% drop off. So I'm gonna do another round here. I think I'll probably be done after one more of each. Damn, all right. New fastest of the day actually on the sled. Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 6. It's my second fastest of the day actually. Not too bad, but definitely a tad bit of drop off from my fastest one. So I'll cut that there. We'll move on to some plyos. On to some hopping now, single leg. The past few weeks I've been doing this at 15 meters with pretty high intensity. I'm gonna change it up now. I'm gonna go a little further, get to 20. Keep it nice and smooth though, like the first couple of weeks I did this, and just really groove it. Since it's a little bit further, it's gonna be a little more difficult. Definitely way harder on lefty still, or it should be nice and easy. Comfortably anyway. Yeah, that shit was hard. I'm only doing 2. A little bit further. That is gnarly. Feeling that in the shins big time. But that's job finished today. I'm so hungry right now. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go smash a bunch of eggs and edit this video up real nice. Good week ahead of us here. Should be a lot of solid efforts, nice gym days, more sprints Wednesday, usual stuff. But thank you for watching. Quickly current. New Meso starts tomorrow. Today's Sunday. Tomorrow, new stuff. Start with my sprint that I do pretty much exactly right now. Links down there. Give it a shot. But I'll see you in the next one. Peace.